All right, so this is the Military Watch Company classic 60s, 70s Mil-w-46734 Vietnam pattern military watch. Basically, it's a throwback to, say, a Benrus Vietnam era soldiers issued watch. Hopefully that's focusing enough. Give you a quick look and then I'll read off some specs. It's pretty cool. I like this little guy. However, is it little? We'll see here in a minute. So according to MWC Military Watch Company's website, and I got my own. Some of these are my dimensions, some of these are theirs. I'll have to differentiate what's what. Anyway, or MWC says the case size is 33, excluding the crown, 33 millimeters that is. I actually came up with 34.2, which actually makes a little bit more sense because here in a second I'll give you another little reading here. And then I got 41.7 lug end to lug end. And then it's an 18 millimeter strap, which I think back in the 60s, 70s, these watches actually, I think, came with a 16 millimeter strap. So they widened it out because there's not a whole lot of 16 millimeter straps on the market. Probably not really a thing these days, at least as far as like NATO straps go. But I think the originals were 16. So MWC does say it's a 33 millimeter case. Like I said, I came up with 34.2. So just a tad bit bigger. Let's see. And then a 29 millimeter dial. Now, when I measured the crystal, and I came up with like 31. About 31 just for the crystal itself, which will come in here in a second. And then, well, here. So today I'm wearing the old Luminox 3001. And just for reference, because I couldn't get the weight of this watch off the MWC website, it's light. It's extremely light, obviously. But that Navy SEALs watch is 50 grams. So, this is like, God, I don't know. It's maybe not half that, maybe more than half of that. Hopefully that's focusing enough for everybody. So it does have that plexiglass acrylic dome crystal. Come on, focus. There you go. Pretty cool. Get a little distortion in there. Quartz moving, obviously. So those original watches made by such as Benrus. Obviously, if you get your hands on one of those originals, that'd be cool. But they were all made out of plastic, kind of cheaper. And this is a relatively cheap watch, but point being that they were made of plastic. Some of them, I think they're all manual wind. Some of them at some point probably became, like later in the 70s, probably quartz. This one's obviously a quartz. They don't say on the website what quartz movement it is. All I can say is it's very accurate. Extremely accurate, honestly. You can see it generally lines up with the tick marks. Not bad. I mean, I've seen worse. At least it's really consistent. But it's accurate. Keeps good time. Okay? So, little comparison. I busted this out for a couple different reasons. Both they're mil-spec watches. This is obviously a marathon. These things retail for $200+ dollars. Or not retail, but you buy them online for $200+ dollars. Obviously, it's more of a high-end movement. It's got an ETA. It's got a name brand ETA. Like I said, I'm not sure what this has. Same crystal though, acrylic, dome, plexiglass. Now, the comparison here is actually the crystal sizes on these are exactly the same, which makes me think, because this is a 29 millimeter dial according to the website, that's a 29 millimeter dial, and basically those hands have to be about the same size too. So if you're just trying to tell time on your wrist, it's going to give you the same visibility. Now this one obviously has tritium. And this one has some kind of cheaper luminova. It does work, but it doesn't last long, and it's really not too bright. But I think I paid $55 for this a year ago. Now these are all on sale, so you might check their website out if you like this watch. They're like going on sale for $35. And there's a little disclaimer in there too. That what MWC does, they actually make watches for contract, and they also sell them on their own website. But they had a contract with an American company that sells military type stuff and military equipment. Probably like they don't deal directly with the government or anything, but or the actual military. But it's a company that kind of sells that kind of stuff, and apparently that company accidentally made two large orders, and only needed one. So MWC ended up, kind of overproducing. But they're selling them on their website for $35, and I think they kind of tried to sell them a year ago for $55. So once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're interested in it, you might look them up. $35, pretty good. If you like the watch itself, it's a pretty good deal. I've had it for a year. I honestly haven't worn it much, but I've had it for a year. And she's still ticking, and it's been wet. So the water resistance on it is 30 millimeters or 30 meters, and that's 99 feet. I don't think I've swam with this watch, but I have. I've showered. I wear it everywhere, so I've showered with it and whatnot. Not a problem. Yeah. So this, instead of plastic, this is actually. I'm assuming it's just stainless steel. It might be aluminum. It's a good question. I don't think they say on their website. I tried to find out, but it's probably aluminum. But if it's not aluminum, it's just some kind of stainless steel. So give me a minute here, and I'll take that strap off, and we can look at the back. All right, back. So here it is without that strap. Also, disclaimer. The strap that I have it on is a NATO, and it is not the one that will come with the watch. I think the one that came with the watch is a little cheaper, just a nylon single pass strap, as far as I recall. Not bad. I mean, it's good for the watch. It's a good size. And then here's the back, and I think there's still a sticker on there, but there's some writing on there, and it's not going to turn out on camera. Basically, it's just a serial number and whatnot. Probably the mil-spec. Military number, but you get it. It's just a snap-on back. Sorry, it's not focusing. It's terrible. Yeah, the one thing about it is it's kind of cool. Like, this is the kind of size of watch they had back then. Like 36 millimeters or less. Like I said, this is, I'd say it's 34. I don't know why they say it's 33, but I say it's 34, which was a spec of it. That's all you need. So obviously, if it's the same size diameter of dial, I mean, it's giving you the same information. And it's funny, like after wearing a watch that size, because you can see it's quite a bit bigger. You have that on your wrist, and this is by no means a large watch, and you put that on there. It's kind of funny. It's almost like, with that strap, just sitting on that strap like that. It's almost like you're just wearing a watch strap, but you get used to it, and you do realize that's all you need. And it's lightweight. It's kind of a minimalist size. Almost seems like the first thing I think when I pulled it out of the package a year ago was like, reminded me of something you'd buy out of like a gumball machine, like it'd come in with those little plastic bubble things. But it is good quality, and it does get the job done. It's very minimalist. Speaking of minimalist, ultra lightweight. Actually, this isn't ultra lightweight, but pretty light. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 2.5 ounce, I think, for this Benchmade, was it a bailout M4 steel. Got a little corrosion on it, but I busted out just to kind of throw in there with it. Because if you're into the ultralight, there you go. This will fit the bill. Minimalist, ultralight, nothing fancy. Just getting her done. This is what does it. I'm going to wear it a lot more this winter. I kind of put it back. I'd worn it a little bit last winter, and I put it back in the box, and I just got home. So I'm home for the winter. And I'll be wearing it a little bit more. Anyway, I think that's all I got for this one. Highly recommended, though. Cool website, too. If you haven't checked out the MWC website, it's worth looking into. And as far as like mil-spec watches, like of these eras, I mean, they have like Korean War, World War II, Cold War era, up until modern day, kind of field spec watches. They don't do anything with the U.S. government, don't get me wrong, but they do have contracts throughout the world, I think, according to them, for companies or for, foreign militaries maybe. They fill contracts for people, and that's good quality. So, worth looking into. Still not focusing very well. I apologize. Must be kind of funky light. Anyway, oh yeah, one thing. I do wish, the only knock I have against the watch, and it is what it is, but I do prefer, personally, the syringe hands. Such as you'll see on Luminox. On this particular watch, it does not. It just has these regular, I don't know what they're called, I can't remember. Dagger hands maybe or something. They're not bad. They get the job done. But I do love those syringe hands that reach all the way out and like even overlap the minute markers. That's my preference. All right. Y'all have a good one.